welcome back to Guru Beauty, wanting to share with you a bit of a collective haul. I've got some beauty items up first and then a few little odds and ends towards the end, and then I also have a bit of a giveaway. That'll come at the end. First off, Maya. I actually went to Maya looking for the new MAC Mineralize Moisture SPF 15 foundation. This is fairly new. You'll see it on all the stands at the MAC stores, and my local MAC store was out of my colour NC30, and I have just started a course of Roaccutane, expecting my skin to dry up significantly, and so the fact that this is a moisture foundation, I did actually like the sample as far as for a glowy, dewy foundation. I found that it didn't go too badly throughout the day as far as oils. It just looked definitely dewy. I really liked the coverage, and I thought that the finish was really, really nice when you do want a dewy finish. And this is the one that Wayne Goss did rave about recently on his channel. Definitely not one for people who like a more matte finish, for oilier skinned girls who are really concerned about that sort of the glowier foundations. It's not one for you, but for, you know, normal to dry, even sort of combination skins where you do really want a more dewy, glowy finish, that's a really nice one to try. And along the same lines of that, I did also end up picking up a foundation from Dior that I have really been enjoying recently. I had a couple of samples given to me of this from the Dior counter, and this is their Capture Totale Radiance Restoring Serum Foundation. So this actually has like a treatment in it. I got this in the shade 030. I found that that was a pretty good match for me. Some people find that this oxidizes on them throughout the day. I did not find that with the samples that I've been given of this, so looking forward to seeing how this one goes as my skin dries out, as it probably will with this Roaccutane treatment. Other counter I hit was YSL. Now YSL have a few new shades of glossy stains out with, maybe it's the spring collection that's come out here in the autumn time in accordance with the Northern Hemisphere. I'm not sure what the collection's called, but there are 3 new shades of glossy stains, and I picked up the pinker, more neutral one. This is in the shade 27. It really is different to like the 18 and 19 shades that were out in the permanent line. I'm not sure if these are being added to the permanent line. I think that they are, but I liked that this one was more of a nude shade. That has been missing from the lineup. They've had pinks, but this is a nice sort of more peachier nude. So really, really happy with that. Love these glossy stains. Of course, the L'Oreal Stain Caresses are now a nice drugstore dupe for these items, but I just found this a beautiful shade. And then in line with that, my esthetician was telling me that she really, really loves the Rouge Volupte Shines from YSL, and I was confused about which one she was talking about. Hello Melissa, by the way. I'm coming to see you soon. These are like the Rouge Volupte, but a little bit shinier. I got this one in the shade 8, and the shade name is Pink in Confidence. That is what it looks like. It's a pinkier shade, but it's sheerer than the Rouge Volupte. It has a nice shine to it, but definite colour that you can build up. And then Maya actually had a deal on Revlon foundations. It ended on Sunday the 24th of March, so it has finished. I'm sorry I didn't find out about it in time to let you guys know about it, but with every purchase of a Revlon foundation you could get a free lip colour, I think was what it was. So I was on the lookout for this new Revlon ColorStay. The bottle actually comes with a pump now, which is just fantastic news for Revlon ColorStay fans. They're advertising this time release formula. So we're not seeing anything about the soft flex formula anywhere on the packaging anymore. I'm not sure exactly what's changed. I have not done an ingredient comparison. I have tried this though for a couple of days, and while it has been a while since I've used the old formulation of Revlon ColorStay for oily combination skin, it is very, very similar. I would say if there is a difference, this one is probably a little bit easier to blend. It probably takes a little bit longer to set the way that the ColorStay does, very fast. If anything, it may be slightly lighter in coverage, but not by much. You definitely are still getting a medium, buildable to more full coverage with this foundation, and I think that anyone who has been a fan of the Revlon ColorStay, especially for the oily combination skin, because that's the formulation that I've tried, you're not going to be disappointed, but you will be happy to see a pump on that bottle. It has been released in Australia with a recommended retail price of $34.95, but it has just gone on sale today for $25. All Revlon foundations I think are $25 at Priceline for the next week or so. So if you are curious, if you are are needing a new one, you'll be very happy to see that it comes with a pump, and I think that any fan of that foundation will not be disappointed. I'm not wearing it today, but I was wearing it in my March favorites video, which I posted recently too, and got compliments on my skin in that one. So I think it does look very nice on camera, and you are of course getting SPF 15 too. So as part of that deal, I did choose a free Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Plum Baby. I think this will be really nice going into fall, frosty plum shade. I did also buy my very first Tom Ford lipsticks. Luxury purchase. I have gone back and forth to that counter of lipsticks so many times and finally decided on a shade, and it's not one of the nudie ones. I chose it in the shade 06 Deep Mink. You've got that shiny black packaging, beautiful gold edging, gold top with the TF. It just feels like luxury. Magnetic closure there, and this is what Deep Mink looks like. You've got the TF engraved into the top. It's like a caramelly shade. It reminds me very much of sort of Kevin Aucoin shades that were popular in the 90s. This was where the nude started back in the 90s. This is what the nude shades were. Everything was MAC Spice lip liner and then shades just like that. So I just had to get that from Tom Ford. Absolutely beautiful shade. And then I did also stop by the Giorgio Armani counter. And then I did also pick up a sample of foundation. This one is the Designer Lift in number 5. I'm actually wearing Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk in number 6 right now. I love this foundation. It's beautiful. It's very matte despite the name Luminous Silk. A really nice coverage that lasts a very long time. This foundation was applied over 14 hours ago. Still got excellent coverage. It's very smoothing for people who are concerned about pores, fine lines. Really impressed with this foundation and how it's lasted throughout the day. Over Dermalogica Skin Perfect Primer and set originally with the MAC Prep and Prime Loose Translucent Powder. But I did want to give this Designer Lift a try. This one was the one that was recommended to me by the makeup artist that came over and did a makeup session with me a few weeks ago. So wanted to pick this up now that my skin will be getting a little bit drier, and just seeing how this one fares as we head into the cooler months. So if you've tried Designer Lift, let me know. I would love to hear about that. And then the next place I hit was Priceline. Picked up a few items. This one, the Garnier Herbashine Colorant Cream with Bamboo Extract. I did discover that a product that I coloured my hair with recently and put in my March favourites video, the Herbal Essences Foam Colorant, is certainly not at my Priceline, so I don't know how long ago I got that, probably in America. Thought that I'd give this a try. It does have no ammonia. It is semi-permanent, lasts 6 to 8 weeks, so I'm hoping that whatever gives me a really terrible allergic reaction to hair dyes is not in that one. I'll definitely do an allergy test. I'll have to show you a photo of my allergic reactions to hair dye one day. It gets pretty horrific. Swollen head, swollen eyeballs, everything swollen, chipmunk cheeks. It's pretty bad. Bourjois is also on sale right now, 30% off. I finally picked up one of their 1 second nail polishes, and this is a really unique shade. It's in the shade 05. If you look closely, it's a beautiful peach, but it's got really lovely sparkles in it. So looking forward to giving that one a try. It's definitely a spring colour, and we're heading into fall here, but this one's just going to cheer me up. They have about 8 colours to choose from, and that was the one that I found the most appealing. Now, since Priceline also has $25 Revlon foundations right now, I thought that I would also try this foundation, the new Revlon ColorStay Time Release Formula, and this one is for the normal to dry skin. So I did colour match myself in 250 Fresh Beige, and I just thought I'd compare this one to the combination oily skin formulation and just see what the difference really was, if I could handle this foundation or not, because I'm getting a little bit braver with my more dewy foundations, as you'll notice. So I have not noticed dryness from my Roaccutane yet. I'm obviously preempting it. I'm expecting it. I'm getting all of these dewy foundations out, ready to give them a try. I might be getting a little bit overzealous. I also picked up a pair of false lashes from a line that I have not tried before. This is the 1000 Hour Fashion Lashes, and these lashes are in the style Wild Damsel. I thought that they were beautiful. They give you that extra fullness down towards the band, and then really nice wispiness towards the edges. Now onto some more of the miscellaneous items. I had to tell you about this. This is in Kmart's scrapbooking section. This is what the tag looks like on it. Here you go. So this is technically a craft tool tote, but I have handbag organizers that I have paid maybe $20, $25 for that look exactly like this, but in daggier fabric. It has very sturdy internal walls with also a separator down the middle, so I can put my wallet in one side and maybe my makeup bag in the other side. You also have a Velcro pouch on the outside, a nice big Velcro pouch. You have a handle that you can use to pull it in and out, and you can just pop that to the side if you're not going to need it. As I turn it around, you'll see on this end here, we've got a nice open little pocket. You could fit a phone, a camera, you could fit a hairbrush, you could definitely fit a tangle teaser in there, anything like that. As we turn it around, we've got another pocket with a Velcro closure, so you could put bobby pins, gum, anything, you know what you like to carry around. That would be fantastic size for lipsticks, headphones, and then a nice big size open pouch, and then on this side another open pouch. You can see there. You're never going to believe I bought it for $2, and it's going to be a fantastic handbag organizer for me. Really happy with that purchase. $2 from Kmart. If you've never tried a handbag organizer before, you may be pleasantly surprised. I've been using one for years now and love them. Love being able to just take the whole thing out of one handbag, stick it into another, and everything's organized exactly where you're used to finding them without having to sort through everything. I love handbag organizers and would thoroughly recommend them, and really looking forward to giving this little $2 bargain a try in my handbag with this fantastic patent leather look. It's very nice. Next item I just had to show you are from Typo. I have been looking for an iPad cover that I'm happy with for a long time. My issue with iPad covers is often they don't have a stand for you to stand the thing up on. They might have two settings, one that's too low, one that's too high. Sometimes they can be too bulky. Now for my personal iPad, I have fallen in love with these. These are from Typo and they're very nice and compact. These retail for $19.95 each, or you can get two for $30. They are available in a broad range of colors right now. Beautiful pastels. This, a pink, a more fuchsia pink, a purple, a silver, a black, an orange, a bright orange. Beautiful shades right now with more coming according to the lady at Typo. This is like a rubbery material. It may be difficult to clean, I'm not sure. It is texturized, so you can get a grip on your iPad, which is nice. And you've got a soft sort of felt lining on the inside. And what's cool about this cover is that it folds back in different configurations to stand up your iPad. The other color that I got was a beautiful, nice, soft baby pink. They do have a brighter pink available too. They do work like the smart cover, so you've got the auto on and off. It wakes up when you open it and it shuts off when you close it. I thought that only Apple had that technology, but there you go, $19.95 from Typo. You've got that cover that automatically turns on and turns off your iPad, which was unexpected. I didn't know about that when I bought it. You can fold that underneath like that to get that kind of angle, and then you can flip it this way to get a flatter type angle. There's a couple different ways that you can fold this thing to get a different angle on your screen. I'm just amazed with it. It's so fun. You can stand it like that. You can stand it like that. I could play with this thing for hours, but I won't because I've got other things to show you. But I had to show you this. If you are looking for an iPad cover, this is really an awesome one, and beautiful colors, nice and inexpensive, turns your iPad on and off. Last thing I wanted to show you was from Priceline. This is from the Hello Kitty line. These retail for $5 each, and this is a perfume body mist. They have 3 different scents available, and this is the one in Musk Sticks. Now this smells exactly like Moore's Marshmallow Hand Cream, one of my favorite smells of all time. I love that Moore Marshmallow Hand Cream, the way that the scent permeates through an entire room, house. I was just so excited to find this. I do have a funny story to share with you, and I got awfully bitchy at Priceline the other day, and I feel funny about going back to my local now because of how I feel about the way that I was treated. So when I look for perfume, I like to spray it and test it and see what I think. When I buy a deodorant, I like to spray it and see what I think of the scent of it. When I buy a candle, I like to open the lid and smell and see how it smells. When I buy a shampoo, I like to know what it smells like before I buy it. I don't get my finger in there, I don't contaminate the product at all, but if there's a way that I can smell a product before I buy it, I will do it. Priceline, as you know, has lots of testers. They recognize that customers should have a chance to test and look at a product and feel a product before they buy it. Now this is a $5 can of body spray. They didn't have testers for these, so I grabbed one off the shelf. I took the lid off, quick spray like this, smell like that. I'm not even spraying it on my body. I'm not running through the store trying to put makeup on for the day and put my perfume on for the day. I spray it into the air. I have a little smell. So there was a lady who works for Priceline a few meters away from me, and she turned around all shocked and she said, "Excuse me, you can't spray those sprays in the store." And I said, "Oh, sorry, you know, I do actually like to smell something." And I said it in the nicest way, but I did say, you know, before I buy a perfume body mist, I just want to know what the perfume is, what it actually smells like. And she said, "Oh, well, that's not okay. It's not actually a tester. What are we supposed to do with that can?" And I said, "Oh, well, it was just a little spray. I don't think that anyone would mind. I haven't contaminated it or anything." And then she said to me, "Well, you can't do that with a bottle of wine. What happens when you buy a bottle of wine that you don't like? You can't take that back." And I said, "Well, yeah, that's right, but these are cosmetics and you obviously have a lot of testers around. You recognize the fact that people want to see and try something before they buy it." And this is the bit where I want you guys to think about what you would say. She turned around to me and she said, "Well, if everyone did that," that's where I just gave her my hand. The bottle that I'd actually sprayed, I liked, and I was walking away with it to pay for it at the cash register. Now I had also sprayed the strawberry one to see how that smelled. Didn't like it. I put that back on the shelf. If people are obviously covering themselves with perfume for the day and they're sourcing their makeup face for the day, I can see where the spirit of things might go a little bit downhill. But I didn't like the way that I was treated by that lady. I really obviously was not taking advantage, but I also recognized that the actual product was not an official tester. So what do you guys think? What do you think about that? I'm interested to hear from you guys. What do you think about that? Maybe I was shoplifting for some of you. Maybe you think that's fair enough. I know for me, if I'm buying a deodorant or a spray of any kind, I don't mind if someone has sprayed it into the air to have a whiff to see if they like it, to pay their hard-earned money for. Do you think it was alright to spray a $5 perfume body mist that only exists for the way that it smells? Or do you think that the lady from Priceline was right, that because they don't have testers available, that I should not have sprayed that can? Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think about that one. For those of you creative types, what would have been a really cool retort? You know when someone says something to you and you walk away and you think, "Oh, I should have said this and I should have said that." What would be a really great retort for that, for the lady who said, "Well, if everyone did that"? Whoever comes up with the best answer that I love, that I would have loved to have said on the day, then you will win these 3 products here. I have a Dove Pure antiperspirant deodorant. This is something that they've just come out with. No fragrance, parabens, colorants or alcohol. They do have it in a spray and also a roll-on. It does still come with the aluminium for people who are concerned about that in antiperspirant deodorants, but no fragrance, parabens, colorants and alcohol, which is great for you folks who do have sensitive skin. Look out for that from Dove. And then I also have a couple of Toni & Guy products as well to give away to the one person who comes up with the best answer. This is the Toni & Guy Prep Volume Plumping Mousse. This is root boosting, and also the Toni & Guy Casual Sea Salt texturizing spray. Nice one from Toni & Guy. If you come up with the best retort to that comment, if everyone sprayed, so let me know what you think, and I'll probably let this one run a week from the day of posting. So I'll put the day that the contest ends down below in the description bar. Open internationally. Anything that you want to know should be in the description bar. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.